Have you ever seen a stock chart that just looks like an absolute rocket launch? Well, that's pretty much what's been happening with DVLT. And yeah, it has everybody talking. But the big question is this rocket about to run out of fuel? Today, we're going to cut through all the noise, all the hype, and see what the technical data is really telling us about where DVLT might be headed next.
Okay, let's just dive right in. To really get why DVLT is on everyone's radar, you just have to look at this chart. I mean, we're talking about a move from under 70 cents all the way to over $2 in just 3 months. That is more than tripling in a single quarter. A surge like this, it just demands a closer look, and it perfectly sets the stage for what we're about to break down.
So you see that kind of explosive growth, and it just raises the big questions, right? What is actually driving this thing? Is there any way it can last? And, most importantly, what clues are the charts giving us about what's coming around the corner? That's exactly what we're here to figure out.
First things first, let's build the bull case. We're going to look at all the signals that suggest this powerful upward trend isn't just some flash in the pan, but actually has a really solid foundation.
Now, what's so fascinating here on this timeline is the connection between the price and the volume. Just look at those dates. On September 23rd, the price pops on a staggering 484 million shares traded. Then, boom, it happens again on October 6th. This isn't just a bunch of small-time investors getting excited. Volume this high tells you the big players, we're talking institutions, are likely building positions. And that is a powerful vote of confidence.
And this table right here, this shows a classic textbook sign of a very, very strong trend. The current price isn't just up a little bit, it is trading way above all of its key moving averages. Think of these averages as the stock's normal price over different time periods. Being this far above all of them, from the super short-term 5-day to the long-term 150-day, it just screams that the bulls are in complete control no matter what time frame you're looking at.
And believe it or not, the bullish evidence just keeps piling up. It's like we have a whole dashboard of technical indicators here, and they are all flashing bright green. The ADX that measures trend strength is over 54, which is incredibly high, confirming this trend is the real deal. Then you've got the MACD, showing that not only is there momentum, it's actually speeding up. And to top it all off, the Chaikin oscillator confirms what we saw with those volume spikes. It's positive. That means money is flowing into the stock, not out of it.
So with all that positive data, you might be thinking, okay, this is a one-way trip to the moon. But, in the world of technical analysis, it's never quite that simple.
So now, let's flip the coin. Every strong trend has its risks, and there are some pretty serious warning lights starting to flash on DVLT's dashboard. This is the bear case, and it really just asks one simple question. Is this engine starting to overheat?
And this slide, this right here, gets to the absolute heart of the debate over DVT, LVT right now. On one side, you've got all those powerful trend indicators we just talked about, which are screaming bullish. But on the other side, you have a totally different set of tools, the ones that measure short-term momentum, and they are flashing bright red warning signs. This is the central conflict, the tug-of-war that traders are trying to figure out as we speak.
Okay, let's focus on the biggest warning signal first. This number, it represents the Relative Strength Index, or RSI, and right now it is sitting at 81.52. And folks, that is deep in the danger zone.
So what does overbought actually mean? Well, any RSI reading over 70 is considered to be in that territory. It basically means that the stock has gone up too far, too fast, and a pullback, or at least a period of cooling off, is probably coming. The analogy is perfect. It's like an engine running way into the red zone on the tachometer. You know it can't stay there forever without taking a break.
And it's not just the RSI. There's another major warning sign here. The price is trading well above its upper Bollinger Band. Think of the Bollinger Bands as the normal, typical channel for a river. The price bursting this far above the upper band, it's like that river overflowing its banks. It's an extreme move, and statistically, prices tend to snap back, to return to within those bands.
So, we have this classic standoff, a powerful bull trend going head-to-head with some serious overbought signals. So what gives? What happens next? Well, the charts actually give us a roadmap. Let's map out the key levels to watch that will probably decide who wins this fight.
Okay, for the bulls, the most important number on the entire chart right now is 2.19. That was the recent high, and it now acts as a ceiling, what we call resistance. If the price can break decisively above that level, it would be a massive show of strength.
Now on the flip side, if those overbought signals are right and the stock starts to pull back, the key floor to watch is way down around 0.7787.
This level is super significant because it's the 20-day moving average, a very common area where buyers might step back in and try to support the price. So when you look at this battlefield, really 3 potential scenarios emerge. First, the bullish case. The bulls just win, they smash right through that 219 ceiling and the trend continues. Second, the bearish case. Those overbought signals were right, the engine cools off, and the price drifts back down towards that 77-cent support level. And finally, the neutral case. We just get a slugfest, a tug of war, where the stock gets stuck trading in a volatile range between those 2 levels, as both sides just battle for control.
All right, let's bring it all together. After looking at both sides of the coin and mapping out the key levels, what are the essential takeaways from this whole technical deep dive?
So let's just distill this all down. The bottom line is this. The underlying trend is undeniably strong. That's a fact. But the short-term momentum is flashing some very clear overbought warnings. This conflict, it's a recipe for high volatility. The entire story for the near future is probably going to be told between 2 numbers, the resistance at 219 and the support down at 0.7787.
And that leaves us with a final, provocative question that the chart is basically asking every single trader right now. Is this incredible strength just a pause, just a breather, before the next major leap higher? Or are we looking at the absolute peak right before a significant fall? The technicals have drawn the battle lines, and now we all get to watch and see which side wins.